Hello and welcome to a new series. I don't have a name for it yet, but we're going to go through every single weapon in Helldivers and teach you how to use them. For our first glorious foray into the new series, I decided what better weapon than the most average, but still somehow great weapon in the game, the Liberator. The Liberator is the true workhorse of the Helldiver arsenal. The first weapon you'll probably ever use, unless you pull your sidearm out first. Excels on all fronts, as much as a weapon of its caliber could be. It really doesn't do anything bad. I'll teach you some little tidbits and factoids to remember about the weapon. One of the better weapons customized. Sufficient fire rate. Hits hard. Seems to always get buffed for some reason. This weapon has come a long way from the original Liberator that we had when the game launched. The Liberator, much like any primary weapon in this game, minus a few exceptions, we'll get there when we get there in the series, excels at cleaning up the chaff in this game, especially on the bug front. The propaganda of this weapon in the beginning of the game with the intro video is not overstated. This weapon will see you through on the bug front no matter what. Like we've already discussed, it hits hard, it's accurate, it's stable. When it's maxed out like mine, as you can see, it's almost a laser beam. The compensator bounces it just around perfectly to hit chaff, has great ergonomics even without an angled grip. Truly one of the weapons ever in this game. I will say one thing. I think the fact that this weapon is purely one of the most average, well-balanced guns in the game is kind of what makes it not a go-to pick for a lot of players, because I think a lot of Helldivers like to fill a niche. If you haven't used the Liberator since you were like a level 20, I'd say go back to it. With the durable damage statistics and such, I'll do a video on that at some point. There's way better videos on that stuff than I could ever probably make. Just know the Liberator can hit weak points with the best of them. So a couple tips to get into here for the Liberator. I would suggest learning weak points with it. That's essential, since it's not a medium pen weapon. I know that's already... The Helldiver brain can't even comprehend using non-medium pen weapons. But for the thinking divers out there, like myself, that enjoy aiming at targets, it's very satisfying to hit weak points with weapons. Overall, on the bug front, this is a fantastic weapon. I would recommend it. There are better choices, but there are also worse choices. If you need a gun that can take care of the chaff, do some weak point damage, kill teammates if that's what you're into, you won't be wanting. Jumping on over to the squid front, this weapon again excels. In fact, I think this might be the Liberator shines the most. Please enjoy the cinematic shot of the harvester. One of the biggest strengths on this front is the fact that most enemies you're going to come across are groups of voteless, and that is something the Liberator absolutely excels at dealing with. You may be wondering how it deals with enemies like the Overseer. As long as you take away that armor, another easy kill. Like I said, the Liberator excels on the squid front. I've said it before in numerous videos, every weapon on this front is viable. This just happens to be one of the more fun ones. The only real downside of the standard Liberator on the squid front is that it is not medium armor penetrating, thus meaning you cannot eliminate stingrays and the dreaded harvester. Other than that though, since there are numerous weapons you can take to deal with the threats, you can build your entire loadout around having this as a chaff clearer. As with the bug front, there just isn't much to say. My tips for you on this front: focus your fire on the Overseer armor, shoot the voteless, use Liberator to take harvester shields off, there you go. Very simple weapon to use. Another great reason to use it. Moving on over to the real man's front. But on the bot front, this weapon's a little not as good as some other choices. We'll dive into all that. The Liberator, given what I said earlier, can still excel on this front. When it comes to the standard evil automaton fascist soldier, they'll be dropped in 1 to 2 shots. This next segment just goes to show the standard Liberator. I'd like to thank that fascist bot, by the way, for redeeming himself by standing still for me. The standard Liberator can hit weak points hard, and that's good enough on this front. You don't need medium pen to dominate this front. The Liberator also comes with a plethora of upgrades. Sights to underbarrels, grips to mag changes. All for you. If you made it this far, thank you. This is a quick one. I'd like to start this as a mini-series. You just go through all the weapons, gives my opinions on them, so I'll probably start that right now. My opinion still stands. This is like the ultimate C-tier weapon in the game, which isn't a bad thing. C-tier weapons are still more than effective. As you can see here from the gameplay on screen, it deals with chaff perfectly. It can take care of anything else that gets in the way of it. But yeah, overall, I think people don't use this weapon once they hit a certain level. I would take it out again in a heartbeat. I actually enjoyed using it for this video because I haven't touched it in a long time, thus following, well, not following my advice, I should say. Expect another video like this soon. I'm just gonna go in armory order, so I'll do like the Liberator Penetrator next, and then blah blah blah, and then we'll do grenade reviews and all that. At least I have content to pump out then. Anyway, thanks for getting this far. If you have gotten this far, like, comment, subscribe. I swear these will be a little better as they go on. I'm still kind of figuring out how to make an engaging, good video. It doesn't help that the Liberator's so average that there's nothing much to say about it. Anyway, that's the video. I'm out.